Yatualu Kum. Kum. Yatualu Kum. Yatualu Kum. Yatualu Kum. Yatualu Kum. Yatualu Kum. Kum. Yatualu Kum. Yatualu Kum. Yatualu Kum. Yatualu Kum. Yatualu Kum.
Happy New Day.
Kum.
It is a joyous day to be alive. It is a wonderful day. It is a wonderful, exciting experience today to be in this space that we are in and to be excited to take part in this sacred space that we are in. You know, having the moment to be able to wake up with gratitude and get here and walk through the daycare and just be happy. You know, to be in your dream, to be living in your vision. You know how we say, write the vision, make it plain.
Yatualu Kum.
The vision is for now. But to be in that, to walk in that, to really be a part of that which you thought about that. And now you're actually living in that, which means you're living in that, which means that you're the creator of it. And to be in something that you have created, to be actually in it is so powerful. You know, it's one thing to talk about something. I'm going to be this one day, but it's another thing to be in it. To be in something that you manifested. To be a part of it. It's like you're walking within your own reality. Happy New Day. Your own reality of your life experience. And as I was driving in, this is what I was focused on, is that I'm living in my dream. I am walking in my dream. I am a part of my dream. I am the manifester of my dream. And I'm in it. And I'm just feeling it, Every day you rise up. This is your reality. This is my reality. And I'm in my reality. Realness, reality, realness, wholeness. I am. And with lots of gratitude just to be in that. To be a part. Instead of saying one day I'm going to be. I changed it to say I am it already. I am living my dream. I am living my dream. And so I am Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, NutriPrime Supreme 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement and in the Walu Tribe. It is a joyous day to greet you in this space, early rise. So I give love. I am love. I give love. I receive love. I accept love. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my guide. There is one truth, one law. I create. I am a divine being having a divine human experience. Here in the heart on planet Earth, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Healthy, happy, and terrific. It's the greatest day of our life. It is the most magnificent day of our life because we are on a journey. Let us acknowledge our team and energies. Galactic Council, Star Nations, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors of the Higher Realm, 24 Elders, Ascended Masters, all that are here in this sacred space now. But we are an open channel for Source to flow through. And we do acknowledge the breath, the water, the earth, the air, the fire. We do acknowledge you. We give gratitude for the vehicle that we are within. For we are spirit. We are energy and frequency and vibration. We do acknowledge that today. That Source dwells within the temple. And we acknowledge that Source and us are wholeness. We give gratitude for Grandma Charlotte, Mom Rosa, and Ima Yair. We do acknowledge that today. And you that are on the podcast, wherever you are connecting with us at, we do acknowledge you today. We give gratitude for the activity of our limbs today. We give gratitude for the earth, Mother Gaia. We give gratitude, wholeness. We give gratitude for the Walu tribe and everyone else that is connected with us on this day. It is an amazing space to be in. You are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. For we are wholeness, we are connected together, and this is it. This is the moment that we have been waiting on, and we have arrived in that place that we have set up to connect with each other in this sacred space. We are operating today from the dot, and this is a great day to be alive. Oh, I love that. Let us focus on those things that matter in our life, those things that offer us high vibration today. And as we send love out to those around the world, hospitals, nursing homes, we send love. Those children, our children that are getting ready to go to school, and those that are getting ready to go out to work, and those that are at work. We send love to you on this amazing day. We love you. Those that work from home, we love you. We are sending love out throughout the whole reality, throughout the whole universe. Love, love, love. We're sending love to those that are facing different ailments in their body with dis-ease. Love. The power of love. The power of love. The power of love is flowing within you. And we connect with you within this reality. Love. Love heals. Love sets free. Love comforts. Comfort your heart. Love lifts you up. For Source is love, and we are love. So love. Feel love with gratitude. We acknowledge all our animal totems that are assisting us.
Yadualukum.
Mhm. The unicorn energy is coming through. The unicorn energy.
Yadualukum.
Oh, the fairy energy.
Yadualu.
And the peacock energy. Hmm. The blue jay energy. Ooh, ooh, I love that. All assisting us today. We invite you into sacred space. All right, cool. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I really do. Peacock energy. Rosa. Let's do the breath. Yeah, let's do the breath. Let's do our community breath. I'm just excited. I'm feeling this joy. You know, the joy of the Lord is my strength. You know, if God be for us, who can be against us? Nobody, nothing. Because God and source, we are wholeness. So there's nothing in life that we have to fear or worry about at all. Because God's source is having the experience within us. So if God be for us, who can be against us? Nothing. Because God is all that has ever existed. Source is everything. So, yeah, I love that. So let's do the breath. We're going to breathe for 3. Breathe in for 3, hold for 3, release for 3. And yeah, we're releasing those things that no longer serve us, and we're breathing in those things that do. And only you know those things that serve you, and you know those things that no longer serve you. So on this amazing day, let's go together in wholeness, and let's breathe in love, because love is the strongest magic. Let's breathe in love, because we are the magician, and we have the wand. We control the wand. Abracadabra. Let's go. Let's begin.
Yadualukum. 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 Yadualukum.
One more time. When we get to holding the breath, let's hold the breath for 7. As we breathe in for 3, let's hold the breath for 7, then release it for 3. Let's go.
Yadualukum. 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 Yadualukum.
Ashe. Happy New Day. Whew. Happy New Day. Yes, I am one with Mother. Happy New Day. It's the greatest day of our life. This is the most amazing space to be in. I am so grateful and thankful that all of you have joined with me, connected with me in energy on this amazing day. I've already introduced myself. I'm Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, NutriPrime Supreme 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement in the Thuwalu Tribe. I am all love, and all love is within me. As we walk this journey together today, let us hold each other up. And as I'm walking through the daycare, the little tune came. We're not singing, but just want to say this, that if God be for us, who can be against us? You know, there are many things that are being painted on the, presented before many on the TV and with the news or the government shutdown. You know, there are many things that many people are faced with as facing different things that we are actually creating. You know, what the news does is they just set up the scene. You know, they set the scene. It's just like if you were one that's taking CPR or first aid, And they always tell you first, before you do anything, you assess the scene. So you assess the scene, you look and see if it's safe. And so with it being safe, then hey, you yell out for help. And then you say, hey, somebody call 911. And then you tap the person, hey, do you need help? Like that. So in this journey that we are on, everything is okay. No matter what is going on in life. The news paints the picture, so it sets up the scene just to see how you're going to respond to it. Let me just keep it real with you. I'm not saying those things are not happening, because we are all creators. We are gods in this physical body that's having the experience. But we must understand as creators, because as creators, each one of us, we may not even be on the same timeline. So it doesn't mean that we have to experience what somebody else is creating. So you don't have to experience what somebody else is creating, because you can be in the same room with someone and not experience the same thing they are experiencing. Or looking through your lenses, you may not even see the same thing that they're seeing. They can give you a description of something and say, oh, that's green and that's blue, and you may see purple and red. And you say, what's wrong with their eyes? And then you say, what's wrong with her eyes? It can be such thing as colorblind. But just saying that on your life journey, you're the master of your reality. You don't have to operate how everybody else operates. You're a master God creator of your reality. You are the sole one that's creating your experience. You are source energy within your body, which is God. And so I love that. Me too. I love that. I love that. Hearing that you are the master. We are October Raw Reset. October Raw Reset. And you can see, hey, this has been a journey for me. Honestly, happy new day to everyone that's on the podcast, YouTube, Facebook, Messiah Code. Happy to see you, connect with you. So the Raw Reset, it has been a challenge. But the good thing about the challenge is that we go through challenges every day in our life. We may not talk about them, but we have challenges. And you heard my story, but this is a reset, a raw reset. We come through a journey to where we've been introduced eating things that have been cooked. That's because it's been passed down to us that, you have to eat, everything has to be cooked, because the, what they say, cook it so you can get all the parasites and everything out of it. But sometimes in life, we forget that the natural things in life that comes from our mother is natural, and that it has all the nutriments and things in it. So not everything being cooked, is good for our body. But October Raw Reset is meant to be a challenge. And happy new day. It's meant to be a challenge for each and every last one of us. It's meant to be a challenge. It's meant for you to go this journey. It's meant for you to walk this path. Those that are taking part, it's meant for you to really see how you really love yourself. How do you really love yourself? How much do you really love yourself? And I face that every day. It's like, man, I'm trying new things that the way I would cook my food. Now I'm trying it to eat it without being cooked. So yesterday I cut up a zucchini and I chopped it as thin as I could get it. And so I made the zucchini wrap. So which had the red peppers and the green peppers, and I had some tomatoes in there, and I had cucumbers in there, and then of course I had the zucchini, and then I had some banana peppers in there. And so I had put on there my what I put on there, your black pepper. I had some garlic seasoning, and then I had some Lowry seasoning. So I sprinkled all that on there. And then from my banana peppers, I poured the juice onto the vegetables, and I wrapped it in the lettuce, and it was good. It was good, but I got to the point to where I looked at my bowl, because I had the salad that I had made, and then I had the zucchini wrap. They was on the plate, and I was looking at that, and it was a change, and I had a moment of reflection. I was like, because not that I eat a lot of anyway, but what I do eat, this brought me back to a reflection of looking at that. And I was like, man, it just looks like I'm going to have to start fasting, because is this all I'm going to be eating? I'm going to be eating salad, but I never really had that moment to where, I had potatoes, and because I had shared with Theo that I wanted some potato salad. And I was trying to actually figure out a way to get the potatoes soft. But I didn't even go that far. I didn't even get the potato out of the refrigerator and cut it up. I didn't even do that. But I was still trying to figure out, how can I make the potato soft to where I can just add my little seasoning stuff in it to get just, satisfy the taste bud. That's actually what it was. But I didn't do that. But I got to where I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to fast. But see, not understanding, at the moment that thought that came was actually a thought to where something that really was benefiting me, that I'm going to have to fast. Actually, I'm already on a fast because I'm changing from what I used to eat, the way I used to eat, the things that I used to put in my mouth. I changed from cooking my zucchini to really taking the life, where I was taking the life out of the zucchini, I was putting life back in my body. So I'm restoring my health back by eating things that are from my mother and letting go of the program of how things should be done in my life. So it's actually a spiritual, I'm on a spiritual healing. I'm on emotional healing and as well as a physical healing. So there are great benefits from coming out of October Raw Reset. It's not just something that, I'm just taking part in something that someone else come up with. But no, this is a journey for me. That how I love myself. Physically, you see me on the podcast. Physically, we share a lot of pictures about me. You see my journey. You see my journey going to the Pilgrim's Vacation. I think I'm about 400, close to it. I know it was 300 and something, but you've seen that on the Pilgrim's Vacation. But you look at me now. Look at the journey where I'm doing things that I hadn't done before. Traveling on a plane. I'm traveling on a plane, going over there, allowing myself to experience something in a reality that, I didn't know that I could do at that time, but I knew at the moment, it was feeling of like, I must do this. I must be go because it's something within me that's pulling me. And so with it pulling me, look at me. The very moment, and it's like the moment that I unlock the lock unlock the door and I walk through the door, it's like the Matrix. The moment you decide that you've had enough looking at yourself the same way, or the moment you decide that you're tired of going through the same cycles over and over in your life, the moment you decide that you're tired of feeling sorry for yourself, the moment that you're tired of getting up, doing things the same way, looking the same way, getting up out the bed the same way, change comes. The moment that you decide that you just had enough, and the universe responds to that. I've had enough. I had enough. And so I'm on this journey. My life is to be shown for you to see that this is just not me just talking. I am actually living this. I'm living this. I'm walking this. This is me. This is really me. This is not some person just playing a game. So what you see on the podcast, and when I'm not on the podcast, I'm walking this light as well. Even with yesterday, my sister with her sweet dear heart, she brought me a whole box of treats over here to the daycare. The very thing that I said that I'm not eating was on the top of the box, potato chips. And she had other things, nice little things in there as well. But potato chips was one of my challenges. And I looked at them potato chips and I didn't feel the same way. Honestly, I didn't feel the same way when I looked at them. But I did say, she know this. I said, she know I'm not eating no chips. But anyway, they're still on the box. It's just this life change is a love relationship that I have with myself. And so how you feel about yourself in life is how for me, it moves me into really connecting to my inner self. And I say connecting to my inner self, the really inner core of me, that I feel like my whole entire system on the inside is going through a full transformation on the inside. My system is regular. I'm just keeping it real. I go to the restroom regularly. I'm serious. I mean, first thing I get out of bed, I go straight. I don't have any problem. So I'm loving this. I'm loving my life change for October. I'm examining that things that I do in life give me longer life. So I had overcame one of the, I plucked the weed out of my garden, which was so beautiful. And I shared with Brother Lazarus that, about going to the gym, and, he was encouraging me to get on the bike. And I was like, I was kind of not afraid, but I was like, I don't have nobody to show me how to get on the bike. I was having these excuses, and he just kind of just put it to me real hard. When I say he put it to me real hard, he put it to me hard with love. Like, you don't need nobody to show you how to get on the bike. You just get there and read the instructions and get on the bike. You don't need them to help you. You can do it. I mean, he just put it to me like that, and it kind of motivated me. I took it with love. I'm like, well, it does make sense. I do know how to read. I do know how to read. And so yesterday, after I did my work here at the daycare, and I shared with Thea, and I told her that, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to go get on the bike. So yesterday, I want to be here to share with you that I rode the bike yesterday. I got on that bike and I rode that bike. I read what I needed to do. I figured out how to put my feet in those slots. And I did that because before, when I had surgery, I was taking a lot of physical therapy. And that's the one thing they would do when I first go into physical therapy is they put you on the bike. And then, after surgery, they put you on the bike. You just keep getting on the bike. And so now I understand how important it is for the bike to help the knee. And so I'm very grateful for him with the kit, So I just wanted to share with you that life is real. Nothing happens in your life unless you do it. So looking for others to do it for you is not going to change you. Oh, I love that. Looking for others to do things for you is not going to change you. And I can share that my family did things for me, but it didn't change me. It didn't change me. What changed me is me doing it for myself. Me making the move to do things for myself. And that could be drinking, smoking, whatever. I mean, I'm using these examples. So drinking, smoking, all these other things, until I decided that I wanted to change. It doesn't happen. It won't happen until I make the decision that I won't change in my life, that I want to create a reality of something different. I want to experience something different in my life. So as we rise up every day, early rise, connecting together in wholeness at the round table, 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. As we operate from the dot, we realize that change is a must in our life to move throughout our reality. We have to rise up. We have to move and to create our own reality. Nobody can create our reality. They can set the scene for you, but you have to choose whether you're going to take part in that scene. Am I going to connect to that, or am I going to create my own reality? That's it. It's up to us to make that, to make things happen, to be the change. I love that. I love that. It's up to us to be the change, to love ourselves. We came through all of this. The world shows us all of this. Do this, experience the material things, buy the finest house, the cars, get all the finest clothes. And then you realize that after you come through all of that, those things don't have as much valuable in your life as the connection to you and source. That you got all this baggage, kind of look like the bag lady, or your house is full of stuff, full of things that where you need to go through the cycle of spring cleaning. Because as above, so below, as within, so without. So you accumulate it because you say, oh, this one works better than that. You got one blender, and then you say, oh, this blender does something different. So you get the other blender. And then you say, this one does something a little bit different. Then you get that blender. And then you end up with 3 blenders or 4 blenders, Then you have all these other gadgets in your house. But as you come through that, that's the material world. That's the material world. That's the world system that had to to get your eyes attracted to that, and then you fall into that trap and you have all these things in your house. I'm talking about me. I'm just keeping it real. I have so much in my house. Dad didn't do this, so I got this one. Dad couldn't do this one, so I got this one. And this printer didn't work, so I got this one. That printer don't do what that printer, so I got that one. And so everything, it just adds up in your life. It adds up in how the material stuff just adds up. But then when you realize that the same thing that adds up within the material world adds up in your life, inside of you, that you don't realize that it's just adding up, taking up space. And those things they're just sitting over there and getting dust on them until you decide in your life that it's time to spring clean. It's time to get rid of those things that you're not using and they're not serving you. So it's time to let go. And it's time for you to make the space that you can walk in your wholeness, trueness in you of who you are. Your life journey really matters in life. And so, as I said, the bag lady, I was just like the bag lady. And it's like somebody come into my house, they said, man, you got a lot of stuff. I do. I have a lot of stuff in there. It's like I shared with my daughter. I'm going, but I just need to share this with you to show you on this path how your life and your journey, the material world, how we felt that we needed. I love Skechers. And anybody been in my house know I love Skechers. I love the tennis shoe. Every time a Skechers come out, I'm like, I need that pair. But I got about almost 20 pairs of Skechers. How many feet do I have? And when I'm gonna wear all those Skechers? It's like I got a pair of Skechers for every color of clothes I got. But then I began to think about that thing. Yes, I'm worthy of having those. But then I began to think about that. Now I don't even wear all those Skechers. What was I going through? What was I thinking about when every time I open up the computer, they show Skechers. Man, that look, they show Skechers, and it's like they were zoning in on me. Yeah, they picking up my frequency, they picking up my vibration. Yeah, she's thinking about those. Yeah, we got her. So, now it's time for me to spring clean. And I don't know about everybody else, but I'm just thinking about me, that my closet is full. I have things that I can share with others. That's me cleaning outside of, that's an October Raw reset too. Getting rid of those things inside and outside. It's getting rid of those things that don't serve you. They sitting on the shelf, So I'm just keeping it real, sharing my life journey. So let's go. We are actually on the daughter today. So we've already shared about October Raw Reset, and we are still sharing about the secrets of Halloween. I think it's 5 minutes after already. The secrets of Halloween. We're still walking that path of understanding that you are the creator of your reality. And I have on pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and because we have a dear sister that is facing that. So with honor and respect for those that are going through it and those that have survived from it, I just want to show my love by wearing my pink today. Sending love to the general as she's on her path of healing. And this October Raw Reset is healing because we are all love, and we are sending love within her body, within her. So we are just showing her that we support her. Dualu support her. And so this is why I have on the pink. And so, I just wanted to say that. Cool. So let's recap. I think we showed me, but let's just show me again. I am a survivor. I am a winner. I am an overcomer. I can do anything. There is nothing that can stand in my way. There's nothing that can hold me back. If God be for me, who can stand against me? Who can hold me back from reaching or becoming or walking in that which I am? So open your mind. I shaded that.
Yadwalukum.
Open your mind and let us walk the path together. Because love yourself. Remember, love is the most powerful magic. And we are love.
Kum.
So spark the system. You are the network. Spark the system. You are the one that gives with the energy. So let us walk together in the wholeness on this path. So let the light shine, rise
Kum.
up with me. So Monday is the daughter, the left leg. Theme, purity, obedience, and spiritual positioning. On Monday, we step into the foundation. The daughter sets the tone with the color blue, the sword, and the veil. We will explore what it means to walk in obedience, protect your purity, and say yes to divine direction before anything else. So, we're stepping into our foundation. Instead, it's a reset. It's a reset that's happening. Because that which we are is the foundation. The foundation of everything in our life is love. So it's a reset. We're resetting back to the foundation. And that's what the daughter represents. She sets the tone in the color blue. So her colors are, blue. And her tool of choice is the sword and the veil, which means that no matter, she's one that protects. And in other words, when we talk about the veil, is that there's nothing over her eyes that nothing gets by her without her not being aware of it. So in the body of the Messiah, the female Messiah, the Messiah, we're a leader, a savior of one with a particular group of a cause, with the cause, chosen to a particular group with a cause, and one that is in preparation for war. But we know that the war or the battle is in the mind. So the sword and the veil, which means that they are tools that is used within the mind to fight off those things that we have been, the illusional things that we are facing in life. We don't just face those things one time because we're on a journey. So we're facing things every day in our life, but we're operating as the daughter. So we have the sword and the veil. We explore what it means to walk in obedience, that we understand that what has been passed down to us from mother, which mother, the pen and the paper, and mother's color is red. So mother is the head. And so as her being the head, passing it down to the daughter. So the pen and the paper, we have the sword and the veil. So we understand that the battle is not out there, but it's in the mind. As you are thinking, you are creating. Remember that the universe is mental. As we shared in the out of the Kybalion, the all is mind. So our battle is actually not against those that are in the world. The battle is in the mind. So whatever you are thinking creates the reality. So all the world does is paint the picture and you connect to the reality. So if you connect to it, you create that reality. That's what the world does. That's what the TV is for. That's what the cell phone is for, to get you to zone into that. So as you are zoning into it, because where attention goes, energy flows. As you are connecting to that, you're creating that. So the world is not the enemy. You remember, God doesn't have any enemies, and there is no one's arms long enough to box with God. Whose arms are long enough to box with God? Show up so we can see you, because God's source is everything. Source is everything, the dot, and love is the dot. So there's nothing or no one able to box with God. And if God is for us, who can be against us? So in our mind, we know that our mind is the garden. And in the garden, there are all types of seeds. And so those seeds are our thoughts, what we are thinking. And so I love that. And so as we are the creator of our reality, we understand that our tools that we have are to defeat every negative thought that tries to come within our garden that we did not plant in our garden, because we are the gardener. And as the gardener, we till our soil every day. We are observing ourselves. We are observing things that float throughout our reality, throughout our universe, throughout our mind. We are observing those things to see if those things that we want to connect with on our journey, is that something that I want to participate in? It doesn't mean that it's mine. As the thoughts are floating through, it doesn't mean that it's mine. It could be a thought about a man. It doesn't mean that I have to entertain those thoughts, because it could be somebody else's thought. It has to be somebody else's thought, because it's not my man. I hear you, Trevor. It's not my man, so it's somebody else's thought, so I'm not going to entertain that. So as they are floating through us, doesn't mean we have to connect with those thoughts. So we're walking in obedience. Well, what is obedience? What is passed down from the ancestors? What is passed down from the ancestors? How to carry ourselves on our path, on our journey, and how to protect our purity. And our purity as gods and goddesses, of knowing that we are pure wholeness. I'm going to say holiness, wholeness. And wholeness, and then actually walking and learning how to say no. No is a very powerful word too. How to say no to those things that don't benefit us, and say yes to those things that they do. To divine direction before anything else. Saying yes to the will of Source. Ashe. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. So I'm saying yes to happiness. So of course we're observing and reviewing. I don't have my lapis lazuli, the biblical sapphire. It's beside my bed. So there it is. So you can see beautiful stone, beautiful, powerful crystal. Lapis lazuli. I wear it in areas that you can't see on the outside, so I wear it up under here. So you can see the benefit of the stone. So let's observe the benefit of this powerful crystal. Lapis lazuli, biblical sapphire, spiritual power, clarity of speech, divine insight, protection from falsehood, moral courage, spiritual awareness. So this crystal, and this is very, actually, let me just say this, because I'm not teaching anybody anything. I'm just sharing, because everything I'm sharing, we already know. Because, we were together. If I would come out of strange ones, we were all together in the room of souls before we were sent to come down here to the earth. So therefore, we're just having a family discussion together. So, and I love how you and I and me and we all together. And you got your tea and coffee and lemon water, just regular water, and we got it all together. And so on this early rise, we're observing our October raw reset, and we're together and we're just walking. And let's go. What else we was going to say? Lapis lazuli is that within you, as we said, there is a 144 crystals within the body. So, it says in Revelation that 144,000, 12,000 of each tribe. But I remember I said I found it, and I'm gonna have to find it again because it's in my book somewhere in one of my bins that I discovered, and I found it took me a while to find it. But it was showing that there is 144 crystals within the human body. And so, trust me, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to show it to you on the live. You can look it up for yourself, and you'll probably find it before I do. Recognized as sapphire in scripture, symbolize heavenly visions and truth. It empowers the daughter to walk in covenant purity and
Yatawalukum.
wield her sword with righteous precision. Her veil is protected by spiritual discernment. This stone keeps her grounded in her divine path. And so, as you can see, as we are walking in this, that we are, let's see, am I supposed to hit the chat? Recognize this in our script, the symbolic heavenly vision and truth. It empowers the divine daughter to walk in covenant purity. And so this stone, this crystal, assists in this in our life, that in areas that many of us face, a lot of areas that we have where we deciding what is best for us. We're still now coming out of the matrix, and we're still walking the journey of what we should and how should we walk, what should we take part in. And this is where my guys were saying that this is not for you to have, you waking up out of the matrix is not for you to be concerned about like what I should do, what I shouldn't do. The path is already laid for you. This journey part, this part of your life is for you to walk and trust in yourself. Just know that everything inside of you, the blueprint, mother, the head, wrote the blueprint already. She got the order from the ancestors. She wrote it down from the past and the present now. Everything that was passed down to the mother, the head, she passed it down to the daughter, then the sister. So it's already in you, which is the blueprint. So it is not, they're saying that it's not for you to be so hard on yourself when you are having the experience, but it is for you to know yourself, to understand, because you have within you this intuition or this discernment inside of you of what choices and things that you make, when to do it, when not to do it. It's already in you. It is not where you like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. No, it's in you. It's a part of you. And the crystals are just extra to give you this connection to your mother. It helps ground you in her divine path. It helps ground you to mother, because crystals are of the earth. And so with you loving yourself, and understanding that, hey, I am loved and all love is within me. And all love is in me. Every choice you walking around here, you're doing things. Love is doing this. Love is making these decisions. Love is free. Love is enjoying her journey. Love is enjoying her experience. Now she is, but before love wasn't enjoying her experience. She was like, oh, she was being programmed that she had to walk a certain way. But now love is awakened to know that she's having an experience. She's just like the flowers, that bloom in every season, winter, spring, summer, or fall. She's still blooming. This is love. So you're not to beat yourself over the head. We're not beating ourselves over the head. If we don't get out of bed still, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We've done that. Okay. And they saw the God of Israel under his feet as it were a paved work of a sapphire stone. Exodus 24:10. And so as you understand, as we are understanding how precious our journey is, that there is no reason for us to keep beating ourselves over anything, because as creator, get me back, there we go. As the creator of our reality, you're the master of everything that you do. So you're creating your reality, which means that every choice and things that you're making, you're the master of it. And so when you are giving someone or depending on someone else to tell you what to do, it's just like you just giving them your power. Are you giving them control over you? It's that saying that you're not the master, and you are the master of your reality. See, you are no longer trapped in the cube, because if we talk about the box and the cube, we can do that. So let's talk about the box and the cube. Since somebody say, let's talk about it. Oracle, can you talk about the box and the cube? So let's talk about the cube and the cross. Here we go. So the cube, and I don't have a box right here. So the cube, we know, is a box. So it's a cube and it's a folded cross. And so we've been trapped in that cube. And so many of us have been trapped in that cube, and I'm talking about the divine feminine energy. So if we would talk about that, understanding that we were pressed down. We've been pressed down of things that what we should do, how we should dress, how we should carry ourselves, how we should talk. But one thing that they wasn't telling us, that we were God, that we are a creator, that creation, that all life flows through us. Not only all life flows through us, the man comes through us, the son comes through us, the daughter comes through us, all creation comes through our womb. But they don't tell you that, but they tell you how to talk, they tell you how to walk, they tell you how to dress, tell you what you should put on, tell you how how you should cover yourself. But I'm just keeping it real with you. But as God and Goddess that you are, the cosmic mother, all of that has not been shown to you. And so what I believe what Grandma Charlotte is showing us, that we're returning back to the source to show you how you are in creation, this eloquent one, this ancient one that you are, and that how everything about you relates to you carrying yourself in a certain way, because all life form comes through you as this divine, holy, precious one. Yeah. Precious one. Yeah. So, all right. So, La Paz Lazuli, and I'm just keeping it real with you, that the divine feminine energy, and there are some divine feminine energies that have not known themselves, and there are those that refuse to know themselves and want to walk out of being obedient, want to walk the man. They want to let the masculine part of them override the divine feminine energy. We are here to bring balance. We are here to bring balance. And I'm just keeping it real with you at our meeting round table early rise. It's that the divine feminine energy, this is the path that we are on. In order for us to be respect, we have to respect ourselves. In order for us to obedience, for others to have obedience for us, we have to walk in obedience. Be purity, others to respect us, honor us, the way we look, the way we talk, then we have to have that inside of us ourselves. We have to carry ourselves that way. A man to speak to you with reverence you, and how he talked to you and holding the door and all that stuff, you got to see yourself like that already, because there are many ones that say they're conscious and they cuss you out. I'm just keeping it real, because I'm used to I prefer a man not to curse around me. I'm just keeping it real, and have great respect for me with words that they use. But there are men that don't even have that reverence for themselves, so they're not going to have it for the divine feminine energy either. So when you're looking for that, they ain't gonna have it. They're not gonna have it for you. But if you carrying yourself that way, pretty soon they'll see that it doesn't bring you pleasure to be called by those ugly words or those ugly names. I'm just keeping it real with you. All right. Place on your throat. This is how you can put the crystal of service to you. Place on your throat or forehead in prayer to enhance truth in speech and spiritual insight. Meditate with La Paz when seeking divine guidance in tough moral decisions. Carry it during conversations where clarity and honesty must be protected under grace. Use it to silence internal conflict and hear the voice of your higher self with more authority. Write declarations of purpose while the stone is nearby to seal your word with spiritual weight. So I'm going to read one more, and then we're going to shift to Halloween. Well, we're going to shift to Halloween now. So I want to read out of the Secrets of Halloween, because Halloween is coming here. We understand why the mask. What about the mask? Why are we always covering up ourselves at Halloween? What is the whole big excitement about they blow up Halloween? I already see around the neighborhood, they got the skeletons and things up, houses. Many of the houses and things are already decorated. But you know what? For someone that dealt with the spirit of fear, so you understand that, okay, what is this spirit of fear? Remember, I say the spirit of fear is a mouth in the corner with a megaphone. That's something that one is giving energy to make himself look like he's bigger and he ain't. So the secrets of Halloween. But I also want to, let me read this because I did not read this at first. Introduction to Magic and Divination. Cartharfin. And that's Moon Day. And that is up and down. That's the second pillar. So I said it already, but I didn't read it. As above, so below, as within, as without. All are the shell. All are the shell. She-L. All are the shell. So everything is the shell. Everything operates within you. So everything has a correspondence connecting one plane of thought to the next. There is really no up or down. Everything moves from the station called the dot. Hey, everything moves from the station called the dot. All of the plane of existence are connected or in correspondence. The microcosm is found in the macrocosm and vice versa. That's what we talk about the universe, the macro universe and the micro universe, the large and the small universe. They are all connected. So we are the universe. The solar system, our soul system, societies, and life on Earth reflects the same thing on the cellular and subatomic level. So, and that is coming out of the 141 Magic Divination, Introduction to Magic Divination. So we are reading out of the Secrets of Halloween. As I was sharing that around, you can look around wherever, depending on where you are living at. But I know I'm observing. They got all these things already decorated for Halloween. I mean, they have places that have abandoned buildings have been abandoned. Well, they have not been in use. They have using that space now to put all the costumes where people can just go in and buy, the costumes, whatever they want to be for that one day. Just for that one day. That they get to become that individual, that superhero that's in their imagination just for one day. And as I shared before, why just one day? Why do we want to just dress up for one day? Why do we just want to use our imagination just for one day? Because it makes you think about that, right? Why just one day? What is so powerful about that one day that thousands and thousands of people around the world is observing just one day? Because it says in there that this day is celebrated more highly than Christmas and Easter. So what is it about this day that makes everybody want to become something else other than what Source has designed us to be? So what makes us want to step outside of ourselves and not love ourselves? We are everything in life that we need to be. And I see that many that dress up outside of themselves is lacking the love of themselves. So they feel that they can get that from something else. But as I shared, you can't get that from something else, because what the world needs is love. And I'm not knocking that someone that knows themselves. I'm talking about the world that doesn't know themselves. Because the world doesn't know themselves, because you can hear them saying that I'm going to be this. And you can hear the little children crying when they don't get the costume that they want. Happy New Day. So when they don't get that costume that they want. Okay, it's good. So this day that many are taking part in. Let's shift back. So I'm on page. What's we read last night? All right, so let's just read page 18. Yeah, we're gonna read on page 18. And yeah, that's where we are then. Number 1, the knowledge of anything, since all things have cause, is not acquired or complete unless it is known by its cause. So the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. My little song was, if God be for us, who can be against us? If God be for us, who can be against us? Let's rise up. And that's what I heard as walking through the daycare, singing that little tune. So he who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Number 4, the first step in acquisition of wisdom is silence. The second is listening. The third, memory. The fourth is practice. And the fifth is teaching others. So let's read that again. The first step in acquisition of wisdom is silence. The second is listening. The third, memory. The fourth is practice. The fifth, teaching others. 5, the appetites of the stomach and the sexual organs can never remain calm in a body that does not serve as a dwelling to the intellect. 6, the soul is in a way related to the body, but it is weak, feeble, unable to influence it by its own effort. As we traverse further thought, the secrets of Halloween, we immerse ourselves in the radiance of our inner light, discovering the exterior of youth, vitality that resides within us, illuminating our path through life trials, tribulation. It is a revelation that echoes through the ages, uniting us in the quest for eternal light and inner brilliance. So, the secrets of Halloween has you say you have the positive and you have the negative. But in many of our journey that we are on, or we're on, and we are on now, is that those that are coming in now that observing the negative part, and they only, you got the church, and you have the church said that's of the devil. Then you have the conscious one over here saying, this has to do with our soul and the enlightenment of the realness of the stars, having to do with the North Star, or the stars in the sky, and how for that day it has to do with our alignment. And you have those two banging against each other. And so how do we balance that out? How do we balance? I'm asking the question, how do we balance that out? We balance it out by going within of really finding truth ourselves. Because really what the illusional world is painting out there, the answers are already within us. Is that choosing those things that really benefit you on your life journey. The things that benefit you on your life journey. We learn from everything on our path. There is not a moment that we are not learning. There is not a moment that we are not reading or studying or steady to show ourselves worthy, rightly dividing the word of truth. There is not a moment on our journey that we are not studying, because we come through so much, and we will upload with so much data that on this journey we took part in things because that's what we thought we were supposed to take part, because this is what our parents, our guardians introduce us to. And so when in the scripture said, when I was a child, I done the things like a child. When I became older, I put away childish things. And so as I am on this path of walking the path of this journey of consciousness, or my consciousness is rising within me, I'm understanding that. And October raw reset is coming in my mind. So on this journey, it's like in October, before the reset, I put things in my body that I thought was good for my body, but I realized that those things were not good for my body. They were just pleasing those things, pleasing those parasites and things that I thought that I thought I was eating healthy, but then I realized that the things that I thought was eating healthy were actually not healthy things. They were things that were working opposite to being healthy in my body. So we took part in those things that really didn't benefit us. And so this is with the way with Halloween as well. But you won't know until you study. You won't know what is benefiting you until you pick the book up to read and do your own research. And this is where we are on our life journey, that we are always taking the time to study, to read, to moments to be alone, and that we're not in with the in crowd. We stand out from the in crowd. We're not in the in crowd. We stand out from the crowd because we're a creator of our reality. And so in the same way with, there's so many things with prophecy, the things that's going to happen, that's, people saying that like the blue light beam and all these things getting ready to happen. Are the aliens coming back? Are the aliens is already here? And these things that are pictures and things that are being painted to actually to paint a spirit of fear in many people. And so with the government shutdown, fear, the costumes and things that look odd to babies, fear, and children, many of the children are faced with fear, and it's all targeted toward our children. And so therefore, when I was a child, I thought as a child. When I became of age, I put away childish things. And so I began to understand that when up until an adult, and I'm going to keep it real, up until an adult, I dealt with a spirit of fear. I dealt with a spirit of fear. I used to have to have a light on all the time until I made peace with myself and realized I flipped the light on, turn it off, nothing there. Then I decided one day that I was going to sleep with my light off and the whole house is going to be dark. And I decided that, and I did that in my room as well as the other parts of the house. And from that moment there, I realized that I trusted God. This is where I was. It was like I started saying, if God is who God is, then God is my protector. Then there's nothing. I have nothing to fear. And so I started doing that. It left me. So I don't fear. I didn't deal with that spirit of fear anymore. So I sleep with that. And so many of the things that our children are being introduced to today are putting fear in our children. So Halloween and the different costumes are also one of those things that are putting fear in our children. A spirit of fear is operating. The spirit of fear is operating at this time as well. And so it is up to us to teach our children that they are loved, because love is more powerful than the spirit of fear. Yeah. So, number 9. As we follow the celestial map of stars, guiding us due north, east, south, west, we embark on a profound journey of discovery. This odyssey leads us to explore a multitude of costumes, traditions, adapting to the ever-changing climate of related thought. In our quest, we encounter the mystical symbolism of the 8-pointed star, the moral compass, which mirrors the essence of our name, which is Lamel. Each name holds significance and reflects facets of our character and abilities. So Samson embodies the essence of AQU, the possessor of all strength. It represents initiative, abilities to triumph over any opposing force, much like the heroic figure of Samson from biblical lore. So we're going to start with that. Yeah, we're going to start with that. So understanding that, what's the whole purpose of this? Why have we, from ages and ages of us being introduced, little children being introduced to Halloween? Now we understand it is like the doing Halloween. Remember, that is where the veil is the thinnest, that those that are the dead are able to walk around, around the earth, or around the earth. Remember, there are those that what you call walk-ins. So walk-ins, and the bodies, the children are pure. Remember, they are pure. And so because they don't know those spirits, you can communicate with the dead. They said your loved ones at that time, and that their bodies, those spirits are walking. So they are looking for, some are looking for bodies that they can incubate, that they can go into for just that one day, to have that human experience, or have the experience of being in a body. And so this is where we as messiahs, I know that messiahs are the leader or the savior of a particular group with a cause, and one that is in preparation for war, that we are on God, that we are on guard, standing guarding the gate. That we are guarding the gate. That doesn't not supposed to be here. Cannot get in there. So as we are the protectors. We are the protectors. We are the protectors of the north, south, east, west gate. We are the protectors in that we have all our tools, all our weapons to be able to be in that position that we are. I love that position. So what else I can share on that? Many of the tricks, is it trick or it's treat? Like I heard Gwen the other day, and she was in the living room, and she was saying, and it was something about Halloween she was looking at, and I said, Gwen, what you looking at? And she said, oh, it's something about trick or treat. I said, so what they're saying, they programming our children with trick or treat, give me something good to eat, trick or treat, give me something good to eat. So she brought it in there. I'm like, well, what is it? Oh, they just saying trick or treat. And I say, so I had to explain to her about the difference between good energy, negative energy. And I explained to her about love. And I explained to her, like, is there something good, or is there something good from this? You know, I told her, I'll share with her, like, Gwen, I only want you looking at things that are positive things, or things that's showing good things like joy and happiness, not nothing that's scary, because she doesn't like to sleep in her bed by herself. And, you know, and she has to have a nightlight on. So I had to explain that to her. And she said, I know, Mama, I know. But yet, then there's something that draws our babies back to that again, because I heard it again. And so what looks to be innocent to our children don't know what we know. We know that we walk the path that things that look to be innocent had power over us until we answered the call and woke up out of the matrix to understand how the deceiver operates, how the deceiver is so innocent, and it goes after our children. But we, as the guardian or the master or the creator or the messiahs, having the ability to be the watchers. We are the watchers as well, to watch over those. We are also those that we are ones that defend those that can't defend themselves. We fight for those that can't fight for themselves. Remember, the Messiah is one that is preparation for war above and war within. So we are one that fight for those that can't fight for themselves. They don't even know that the unconscious, those that are still asleep, don't even know that there's a battle going on. But we as messiahs that have awakened, we are aware and conscious that there is a battle. So we are one to fight for those that don't know that they need to be fighting for, that they need to be protected. What else? So, yeah, I love that. So on this amazing journey that we Happy New Day, Dee, that we are on, The Secrets of Halloween, you can get this on Amazon and Amazon. Secrets of Halloween, Solar Prime Supreme 131, Laughs of Mail. You can get this on Amazon, and I encourage everyone to get it because it has so many different answered questions about heroic costume for Gregory. It has a lot in there, which would take us a while to break it down, along with other things that I have. But why the mask? What was the whole purpose of the mask anyway? Even though it said it was a pandemic, but what was the purpose of the mask? There's a lot. There's a lot more. Michael Jackson even I'm talking to the man in the mirror. There is a spiritual war that's going on. Spiritual, physically, emotionally, mentally. So when I'm trying to see something else. There's something like Michael Jackson in Thriller, the 24 elders, all that is in here. The 24 elders that guard around the clock, it's all in here. So you know which elder. See here, the scroll of the 24 elders and the hours. It's a scroll number 4. So I encourage anyone to to get that. It even have in here Malcolm X, information about Malcolm X is in here. Mandela, it's all in here. Information. So how things relate to what in history books, but relate to things that are in our life now. The people, freedom fighters, that how their life journey relates to things spiritually. And I encourage many of you to get the book. Again, I am Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, Nutra Prime Supreme 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement and the Thawalu Tribe. It's been an amazing space to be in with each and every last one of you, and we are connected with each other in our hearts. And let's have an amazing day today as we continue to observe the October Raw Reset, day number 6. Day number 6, yeah. I think it's day number 6. Yeah. That we just continue to just be strong for each other, encourage each other. You know, it's no such thing as like, I heard somebody say they messed up. I believe that everything in our life, the challenge, if it wasn't a challenge, then it wouldn't be worth doing. I'm honestly telling you, if it wasn't a challenge, it wouldn't be worth doing. If it was so easy, many more people would be doing it. You know, I'm just keeping it real. If it was so easy, the whole world probably would be doing it. But because it is a challenge and it's worth, look how skinny my hand done got, my fingers. It's worth it. It's worth letting go. It's worth you sacrifice, because it requires you to sacrifice things. You know, I like in my house, remember, I don't live by myself. My daughter's there, and she's not taking part in the October Raw Reset. So of course there's things in there that they like to eat, and my granddaughter, her stuff, and you know, I open the refrigerator, there's their stuff in there, and then there's mine. But I'm eating to live. I'm eating to live. I want to live. You know, I find that life is beautiful. In spite of what the world is trying to paint a picture of, I see life through the eyes of Source beautiful. Mother Earth, she is gorgeous. You know, her grass is beautiful. She provides for us. That's all I see. I don't see pain and suffering and sorrow. I see love. That's what I see, because that's what I'm creating. And so on this journey, because it is a journey, you have moments that you feel like, man, like I told you, I haven't had a ginger ale, and so what was in the refrigerator? Something was trying to talk to me in there, because they got juice and stuff in there, and it was not the ice cream. It was a smoothie, but it wasn't the smoothie kind that I need to be drinking. It was talking. I was like, man, yeah, I am thirsty, and I didn't have my water. It's like, well, you can drink this. I'm like, no, I can't drink that. But there are a lot of things that's gonna start having. All of a sudden, you realize they got a voice. All of a sudden, before they didn't even have a voice, and all of a sudden, all the food is got voices now. I'm just keeping it real. With peanuts got a voice. You know, I was looking at something, and it was like, you know, about this doctor, and he was saying about the cashiers, and the cashier nuts are not really nuts. So I'm like, man, I got to do something about the cashiers. It says, no, the cashiers are not really nuts. So I've been eating the cashiers. So, you know, you can do your own research on it. It says the cashiers are not really nuts. They release some type of toxic from them. So I'm changing from that. But I'm doing my own search on that to see, you know, how I feel about that. And he named a lot of other things. But as this temple that we're eating to live, and that there are departments that are in this temple, because this is a ship. Your body is a ship. And so you have every part, all kind of parts in there. Your liver, your intestines, your heart, are all parts within your ship. And so, but you're the captain of it. And so you got the mother as the head, you got the daughters, the arm, the sister, all of that. This is a whole entire ship that's been operated by Source and you. And so, so don't give up. Life is worth having. Life is worth experiencing. Don't give up. Don't give up on the October Raw Reset. Because somebody's making their food a certain way doesn't mean that you have to make it that way. There are some that have been doing this for a long time, and it's not for you to feel down. Don't feel down on yourself. Just keep going. You know, trust me, it's the first time I've ever done an October Raw Reset. And there are a lot of vegetables and fruits and things that I have never eaten before. But for me, I'm willing to, explore the different foods and stuff. fruit. I'm taking the I'm walking this journey and I'm loving it. I make my own smoothies. So I did that the other day. I've been had these bullets and things and these, what are these ninja blenders and things. I've been had all those things. Half of them still in the box. I was just buying them because, oh yeah, that look good, But the discipline now. I find myself disciplined that I'm not just expending money just to expend it. I'm using wisdom, and I'm loving this path, understanding that my purpose in life, and that if I don't take care of this body, nobody else is going to take care of it. If I don't put things in this body to help it have long life, nobody else can do it for me. They can give you pills and stuff to kind of like for the symptoms, but they can't give you pills to make it to heal this body really itself. You got to do it. You got to do it. You're the one. You are your own healer. You are the healer of your own body. So what I'm sharing with you, are you willing to put in the work? Because it requires work. It requires me having to go to the gym and work out. Giselle, did they answer? Don't go. It requires you to put in the work. I can say, well, I'm gonna go to the gym. I can go and pull up in front of the gym. If I don't get out of the car and go inside the gym and do what it takes for it to help my body, to increase my heart rate, then I'm just, it's like a sound and brass tinkling cymbal. You're just running off at the mouth, and there will be no change. And that's what it's all about, a change. Life is about a change. October Raw Reset is about a change. It's about a life change. It's a reset. It's a reset from where you have been to where you are now and where you are going. That's what it's all about. And you're the only one that can do that. I'm the only one that can do that. I'm the only one can show y'all my body. Where I was, I'll show you my clothes. I got a pair of pants right now. It's like every pair of legging pants that I have now is about falling off. I said, man. I said, now I'm going to have to get a pair of stretch pants and stretch some more leggings to hold on a minute, live. I'm doing it. I'm shifting around. I guess this is it. Okay. To hold them up, because the kind I have, no belt can't flip through them. So I've been pulling them up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm definitely gonna have to invest in either pull out the needle and thread and sew them up on the side some. But I'm happy with my result. So I'm grateful for my workout that I do. But I honestly sharing with you is that if you don't put in the work, there's no change. You're not changing. You're gonna be looking in the mirror and you're gonna say, I wish I had joined them then. Even when we do the 90-day water fast, same thing. You say, man, I wish I had it. No, the time is now. The time is now. Tomorrow's gone. Today is a new beginning. It is up to you. Your life starts with you. And it will be the same. And I'm not knocking nobody that smoke, but this is what I'm hearing in my ear. For somebody that smoke, I know it's not easy to stop smoking. I never smoke, but I'm not going to say it's easy to get that taste out of your mouth. But guess what? It can be done. It can be done. Or the same way with somebody that drinks. I'm not going to say it's easy to stop drinking, but guess what? It can happen. It can happen. It can happen if you really want to do it. But I'm just keeping it real with you that if you want to do it, you can do it. But it takes you loving yourself. How much do you really love yourself? Because it wasn't easy for me. You don't realize how many years I was enjoying eating all that fast, fat food, and I love the skin of the chicken. I mean, not pork skin, things like that. But I love the skin of the chicken. I love Bojangles, and I had loved KFC. I love those little wings. I would get me one of them 20-piece, honey. It wasn't nothing for me to spend $20 at KFC to get those boxes of those little chicken things. I used to love them, honey. I was getting one every day because I loved the chicken. But when 2012, when my life changed from eating meat, I didn't do it. I'm honestly telling you, I did not stop myself from eating meat. I had something happen to me. It was like a light bulb went off inside of me. And when that light bulb went off me, the taste went out. I couldn't eat any meat. I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I can't even get it to go down. So something happened to me. I had an awakening. It was the awakening. That's what I'm called, the awakening, because I had that dizziness going around me, going to the doctors, and they couldn't find nothing wrong with me. Only the ringing in the ear. They couldn't say my crystals out of alignment and stuff. It was my time. It was my time. That clock that was inside of me went off and said, it's that time to shift. It was my time to shift. I didn't do it for somebody else. Everything I'm doing in my life is for me. I want to live longer to enjoy Gwen. I really do. I want to see Gwen grow up and, go to college and stuff. I want to be able to see her have that experience long enough to see great grands. That's what I want to see. So just keeping it real with you. Nothing happens in your life until you do it. So the source that you're looking at there is already in you. So you connecting to what you are is the change, the spark. It's the spark. So the process, don't avoid it. So allow it to happen in your life. You fall, if you want to call it that, get up. Get up and keep going. There's nobody your judge. You're your own judge. You're your own judge. We just encourage you to do what you want. We encourage you to do it for yourself. We're here to support you. That's what we're saying. We're here to support you. Thea, Bankstar, and me, Lazarus, El Christina. We're all here. Kimberly, we're all here. Herb Doc. I don't know everybody's name. Listen to chat. Charity. We're all here to support you. We're not here to look down on you because we're all going through this ourselves. When we're all taking one step at a time. We all here on this path of change, desiring this, wanting this, experience this. We want this for ourselves. We want it for you. But only you can do that. So don't be feeling bad about yourself. If you're saying that you can't take, I'm not going to be able to do that. You know what? The very thought that you said that you couldn't do that is that you want to do it. It really is that you want to do it. You really want to do it. So I just want you to know that we love you. There's nothing. We are not your condemner. We are only love. We don't condemn you. It says, who condemns you? The source is not condemning anybody. You condemn yourself. Who's the accuser? Source is not the accuser. The accuser of the brother, and you know who that, the fallen one, is that, not us. We just want you to know that. We love you. I love myself because I'm just going to keep it real with you. I have days that I look at a lot of stuff that look good. But guess what? I tell myself, it's not good for me. It may be good for somebody else. It's not good for me. And I'm not condemning nobody to go to KFC and Popeyes and Little Caesar and all that. I'm not condemning them. That's their journey. I'm focusing on my journey. It's for me to heal me. Because when I heal me, I'm healing my world. And the change happens out there. So I just want to share that with you. That October Raw Reset is a time of love and joy. It's a time of you returning back to who you are, source. And of course, side note, you know those pants that you've been saving for you get back in them size, 12 and 14A for that. So again, have a bliss today. Enjoy your life. It's worth having. It's worth the ride. It's worth the experience. Side note, some announcement. 12/21, We're still looking for some volunteers to be here for Love Day, feeding 200 plus. Just message us, email us that you would like to be a volunteer to come and assist us here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We do have the Pilgrim's Vacation coming up in January. Be on the lookout for that as well. We're in the process of putting that together. And then we have February to May, the 90-day water fast cleansing. Hey, be on the lookout for that. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. This body, this manifested body, resurrected body of the Messiah. You know how you talk about the bonded woman and the bonded man? Spiritually, there's nothing able to get past us, because this body is being so reset that it can handle anything that comes its way. What else we have? Please make sure you check out the website. Check out the Wallows Facebook as well, and the Wallows website as well. And we do have, slated side note as well, we have the Cash App, we have Zelle, and we have PayPal. And if you would like to give a donation, love offering, we do accept those. Don't forget about the Pen Pal Prison ministry, that you can purchase a book, One Allows with book as well, and give a donation and say you wanted to go toward that ministry, and that we can purchase a book and send it to the someone that's in prison. What else do we have? Oh yeah, my blanket ministry. And so yeah, you can also take part in that as well for the nursing home. And we're still feeding the homeless and stuff on the corners and stuff. We're still giving out. We are really fully in full swing of walking in our purpose. There's nothing that we're not doing that we should be doing. I'm saying to you that we are doing everything that we should be doing, because Source is guiding us. The ancestors are guiding us, and we are on the path. So I just want to let you know that we're not just a talker, we are a doer. We are a doer, not just a talker. We are a doer. When you see us, the boots on the ground, we are really the boots on the ground in the hand. Our hands are at work. We're not telling people to go do, we're doing the work. So when you see us, we are doing the work. It takes work to send out letters. It takes work for the nonprofit. It takes work making sure you're in alignment with everything that needs to be in alignment with IRS. It takes work. It takes work for those classes that we take. It takes us putting in the work. We're not just talking. We're not just like, they're in it to gain. No, babe. We're in this for the community as wholeness. We're putting our minds together, discovering like where we can find land to build, our temple and stuff. That's what we're doing. So we're working. So the Wallows Nonprofit 501c3 corporation here in Charlotte, North Carolina, we are working, we are building, we are growing, and you have the opportunity to be a part of it. It is not our person, it is Source, it is the universe, it is all of ours. So you can be a part of it and be connected with us. I think that's it. Continue to connect with me on Early Rise. Happy New Day. I come on as, make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube, because notification button, you can hit the button so that you can know when I'm coming on. Sometimes the energy, I may just flow. Like I get up now, it may be in a couple of hours, I may be back on. But anyway, just hit the notification button and subscribe to the channel, as well as the Messiah Code channel. What else? And also, Ashita Vita comes on Friday. El Christina, the General, comes on Friday. Connect with her. And T with T is on Tuesdays. Make sure you connect with her. Everything is just growing. And then on Thursday, you have Brother Lazarus comes on Thursday. And when he come on, it's like the Purple Squad. You don't want to miss. Come on. We are growing. We're walking in the pages. We're walking in the pages of newness of life. So We're walking in the pages of newness of life. You want to be a part. You don't want to miss that. And everything is happening in our reality. Everything is working out for our highest good. You want to be in it. You want to be a part of it because we are the body of the Messiah, leader, savior of a particular group with a cause and one that is in preparation for war. We are the Walu tribe growing. So that is it. Let me see. Happy New Day, Lisa. Happy New Day, Dee Dee, and whomever else I don't see. And those that are on YouTube, Happy New Day to you and Messiah Code. Happy New Day to you. Have an amazing day. And we until we connect again. Boom. Until we connect again. Shalom.